Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Fox 411 and Kiss Country Neighborhood News, all brought to you by the wonderful folks up there in the corner. As you can see, CG Public Health. You can go to cghealth.com for a lot of information right there. Today's guest with Jay and I, Harry O, is Nick Kmoch, and he is from Rolling Acres Church. And it's so good to have you here, Nick. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You got it. You got it. Ruby's Pantry is what we're going to talk about, which is something that actually has been going on for 2 months already. You're about to do the third month, which is going to be next Tuesday, I believe. On Tuesday,
That's
November
right.
9th. Is that right? Okay.
hmm
So,
That's correct.
Ruby's Pantry, what's it all about?
Ruby's Pantry is just a chance for us to get food into the hands of people who need it. I know when a lot of people think of food pantries, they often think of people who are don't know where the next meal is going to come from. That isn't Ruby's Pantry. Ruby's Pantry is for anybody who eats. So it's helped to supplement people's monthly grocery budget, and it gives you a lot of food that is in venture every single month.
So where do you store all this food at that people are going to come shopping for?
So it gets delivered the day of. We have a semi truck that's unloaded from all of our partners. We stack up the food right at Rolling Acres, and it's a drive-through pantry. You don't even need to leave your car. You just kind of roll in, open up your trunk for us, and we fill your trunk with delicious food.
Is there a
Pretty
list of
simple. Yeah, it's pretty simple, Jay.
is there a list of food that you can pick from, or
So it's what we do is we give out shares. A share of food is it's about a half trunk worth of food. Each month it's different, and it's not something that you necessarily select. It's something that, and we don't even really know until the day of, as far as what's going to be offered. But what we do is we publish on our Facebook page, which is scrolling there on the bottom, facebook.com/Ruby's Pantry MC. We publish kind of the expected meal items. Hey, this is something I'm going to be interested
in. Okay. You broke up there a little bit, Nick. Could you just repeat what you just said here in the last?
Sure, I apologize. So every month it gets unloaded at Rolling Acres, and it's different things every month. We publish the food list prior to it coming, but we don't get that list until literally they're loading the truck for us to unload. So the day of, you can hop on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Ruby's MC, to see exactly what's going to be offered there. And we just fill your trunk up with a nice surprise.
Yeah, all the information, in case you miss out, is right scrolling there at the bottom. Nick, I think that it's important to tell people, where Rolling Acres Church is, number one, and also tell them how they need to maneuver in, because there's going to be a line. There's always a line, and it gets it started pretty early, but this starts at 5:00 on Tuesday, goes till about 6:30. It's about an hour and a half of the getting the food. And
so actually this month we're adjusting the time just a little bit. So we're going to start at 4:30.
4:30
on Tuesday. Yep, and it goes until around 6 or until we run out of food. So we try our best to make sure the line goes quickly, but this is a big need within our community. So there's typically a lot of cars. Thankfully, Rolling Acres, which is right near the YMCA over on the south side of Mason City, we'll have people there that'll help kind of direct traffic and get you into the right spot so that you can come in and get your food.
Wow, that's a great thing right there. I'm just thinking, what if I bring a truck? You gonna fill up half the bed?
So we do have a limit of 2 shares per person, just to make sure that everyone gets a chance to get some food. But I can tell you from personal experience, 2 shares is a lot of food.
Yeah.
A lot of food.
It's $20, right? $20 for a share.
So it's a donation, and it's a suggested donation of $20. But if people can't pay that, we will not turn anyone away. So yes, a $20 suggested donation, but whatever people can give, if people are in tough straits, that's okay. We're here to serve the community.
This is a lot of food, and I think you should describe maybe to tell people what. Yeah, here's the deal. We partner a lot of stuff with a Hawkeye Harvest Food Bank as
Hmm.
well, and they've been doing a whole year where you drive up and or whatever, and you get what you get. This is a little bit different. These are not necessarily all non-perishables. They're actually some fresh foods, right?
Correct. Every time there's typically milk, fresh produce, bread, all that. So again, like the shares are unique because you never really know what you're going to get, and sometimes you're going to try stuff that you might not think like, oh wow, this is something great. I know I've tried some new foods. A lot of it is organic or gluten free. It really just depends on what you get. So there's fresh vegetables. I mean, it really runs the gamut. This is not a canned food. As a matter of fact, the vast majority of food there is not canned. It is things like protein bars. We had, I'm trying to think through like last time, fresh kebabs. We've had different types of drinks. We've had, Propel energy drinks and all that stuff. You just never really know what you're going to get.
So you'll get meat too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of chicken and a lot of like freezer food as well, which is great for families.
So where does a lot of this food come from then for Ruby's Pantry?
Yeah, it's all donated by corporate partners, grocery stores, food distribution places. A lot of times what you're going to have is, like a company might change their logo, or a grocery store might be having to roll inventory over to put some different items on there. The food's still good, and typically that would just go in the trash. We have a real problem with food waste here in America. So what Ruby's Pantry is trying to do is take the food that would normally end up in the garbage, and food that's good to eat, and get it to people in need. So they fill up a truck with something that might have the wrong logo on it, or hey, this is going to be this was our seasonal piece that now we're changing over to Christmas from Thanksgiving. And they donate that food, and we give it up.
So you've been doing this for, you said, a couple of months. It's the third month of Ruby's, right?
That's correct.
Is this something that's going to be a yearly thing, or all year long, or is it something?
Yeah, all year long.
Okay.
Every month, second Tuesday of the month at Rolling Acres, we'll be doing a Ruby's pop-up pantry.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and there are other locations around the world that do this, right? I know Minnesota has maybe a few places to go to. I don't know how many places there are in Iowa.
We are the one and only in Iowa.
One and only in Iowa.
Yep. Wow. We are the pioneer site for Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah. How about the concept of this whole thing? How did it get started, and why? I mean, I don't know why, but how did it get started?
I mean, this started really as a way to when they felt the need. So Ruby's Pantry started up in Minnesota. It started a couple years back of just this idea that, man, there's so much food that's going to waste right now. So much food and so many people who are in need. I mean, we don't have a hunger problem as much as we have a logistics problem to get the food to the people that they need. So Ruby's Pantry started as a 501c3, a place that just connected and worked on logistics of how to get the food into the hands of the people who need it. So they have been slowly growing. Again, like you mentioned, they have sites in Wisconsin and in Minnesota. We're the very first one in Iowa. And it continues to grow because this is a huge need out within our community.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the car. I mean, I live right by Rolling Acres Church, so you can see all the cars that line up. It's unbelievable.
So you have to get in your car and drive there and go through then too, Harry? Is that what you do?
You never, well, yeah, but I actually go out and I volunteer to go talk to people and stuff, out there that are waiting in line, so yeah, so you might get to see me knock on your window and say, hey.
So in other words, if the lines are moving a little slower, it's because Harry's talking to the car in front of you. Yeah.
100%.
Trust me, they really, we learned a lot the first time, and then the second month, it went a lot slicker, and it just keeps getting better and better, and we get wiser and wiser and get the line moving pretty quickly. But again, though, it's starting at 4:00 now.
4:30.
4:30.
4:30. I'm sorry, 4:30. people be lined up by 3 or 3:30. Trust me, they
Yeah.
which is fine. But we just want to be able to. And then the food. Well, the last 2 months, Nick, what's happened to the food? We've had to turn a few people away, if I remember right.
Yes. So right now we get about 400 shares that get delivered to Rolling Acres. And in the last 2 months, we have distributed all the food. So it's something that you definitely don't want to wait until the last second, thinking, oh, there'll be a ton left over. Typically, we haven't had much food left over at all.
Always good to have extra food. Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh, yes. So just so everyone's aware, Thanksgiving is one of Ruby's Pantry's biggest distributions. So this one is going to be extra special coming up here on Tuesday.
You get a full turkey?
They have done turkeys in the past, but again, we never know until the day of, hey, here's what we got in the truck for you guys.
Yeah. Is there people that can bring donations to you at all? Is that, it's in the community to go, you know what, to keep this going and maybe add some more food, whether it's non-perishable or a turkey or whatever they buy from the store, and they just want to donate it?
So we can do some of that, but primarily the biggest way if people are interested in helping is just volunteering. Okay. So we have a bunch of corporate partners who we have the food. I know that we've reached out to a couple different local or semi-local organizations, see if they would have food to distribute. But again, this is a lot of food. I mean, this is an entire truckload of food that we distribute within a 2-hour period. So it's a ton of food that goes out into the community.
Yeah, it's a semi, Jay.
Yes.
Up.
Oh yeah, it's not the back of a pickup truck.
No,
trailer. Yeah.
Back of your Jeep either. Yeah, right. It's a lot more.
Well, and then curious too, Nick, with everything going on, Rolling Acres, the church and everything, you don't have to be a member of the church to be a part of this. It could be anybody in the community.
Anyone in the community, all are welcome.
Yeah. And so for people that are new to the area, moved to Mason City or locally, Rolling Acres, I mean, you got great service and all that stuff too. Besides this Ruby's Pantry.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been going to Rolling Acres for 15 years. I love it. But Ruby's Pantry, there's no income requirements to it. There's no residency requirements. You can be from Mason City. You don't have to be from Mason City. There's no proof of anything. If you want to pick up food for someone you know, fantastic. Come on down.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And the $20 donation goes right back to Ruby's Pantry because obviously they have some costs with the semi and the driver and the gas and all that stuff. So really cool idea for Mason City. I think this is, because it's the first time ever, Ruby's Pantry is coming to town. And again, you can find out more about it if you just go down and go to that Facebook page, Ruby's Pantry MC, and it'll really tell you a lot more if we didn't ask the question to Nick here. So it is fun to see happy people. They're getting food. They have no idea what they're going to get for $20, but believe me, it's food. And
the typical share is going to be worth north of $100 of groceries.
Wow.
So it's always you get a lot for that $20, and that $20 continues helping us to put, like you said, gas in the truck to get food out here for the people in need.
Very good.
That's awesome. Well, cool deal. Well, there's a little neighborhood news and a 411 here with 98.7 Kiss Country and 103.7 The Fox. Of course, thanks to our great sponsor, CG Public Health, for all that they do as well. And Nick, thank you for what you guys are doing and everybody involved with the Ruby's Pantry.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I think, Jay, you should come down and watch this thing. It's amazing. I mean, it's seriously, it is a moving and grooving machine.
Yeah.
And a lot of happy people.
Yeah. Do you play music out there too then, Harry?
Oh, yeah. We'll get you a vest and everything. Come on down.
All right. Nick, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.